How can a landlord who thought he made $18,000 one year, but after reviewing his books, it showed he only made $7,200? Let's break down the 5 ways new real estate investors overestimate profit and how it quietly cost them thousands. Reason 1: ignoring vacancies. As a landlord, you're going to experience turnover with your tenants. That means it's mandatory to have a vacancy reserve. A vacancy reserve is money set aside for when your property is empty. That money you set aside is going to cover expenses until you have a new tenant inside your property. It's going to cover expenses such as bills, your mortgage, repairs, cleaning, and it's also going to allow you to continue paying those bills until a new tenant has moved into your property. Ignoring vacancy is almost like not having health insurance. You know that you're going to need it to go to the doctor for something. So instead of putting money to the side or having health insurance, now you get this huge expense bill and you have to figure out how you're going to pay for it. And that's exactly what happens when a tenant leaves. It can take anywhere between 3 to 6 months before you have a new tenant. And in the meantime, you still have your bills you have to continue to pay. You still have your mortgage payment, cleaning fees, repairs, and you have no rental income. Ignoring vacancy reserve, now you have to resort to either personal funds, getting a loan, or you may even panic and make the decision to make exceptions on your tenant screening just to hurry up and get a tenant into your property. Which, if you have a bad tenant in your property, in the long run, it's going to cost you more than if you would have waited and got a good tenant inside to live into your property. So here's a helpful tip. Start by taking anywhere between 5 to 10% from your rental income and putting money to the side for your vacancy reserves. That way, when the next tenant leaves, you don't have to panic. You already have money to the side to cover those expenses. Reason 2, ignoring CapEx. Not having CapEx or capital improvement reserve can wipe out your profit for months. CapEx reserve is money set aside for major improvements. Those improvements are going to cover things such as your roof, your HVAC, your water heater, or your plumbing. Not having CapEx reserve is almost like driving a car with your engine light on. You know that the engine light on is for a reason, and you haven't put money to the side, so when your car breaks down, you shouldn't be surprised when you get a large bill and you don't know how to pay for it. And that's exactly what happens. Your water heater goes out, it's going to cost you $2,500 to get it replaced. So if you don't have money reserved for covering major repairs, now you have to determine, am I going to take money from my personal savings account? Am I going to get a loan? Or am I going to result in getting a low-end option when it comes to the water heater? Here's the helpful tip. Take anywhere between 5 to 10%, whichever one can fit into your budget, and put that money aside from your rental income into an account for your capital improvements. That way, if you have an unexpected major repair, you have money aside to cover that expense versus having to panic and make desperate decisions. Reason number 3, you're looking at your owner's contribution as profit. Just because you put money into your business account doesn't mean your profit has increased. Owner contribution does not equal income. When you put money into your business account, this is for it to cover expenses, operations, repairs, cash shortage. The money that you put into your business account goes towards equity. Equity appears on your balance sheet. That's like taking money out of your savings account, putting it in your checking account, and calling it your earnings. It's your money coming from one account to the other. And that's exactly what happens when your rental income is $2,200, your expenses are $2,800, and you have to transfer $600 from your personal savings. The property did not profit $600. The property actually lost $600. When you categorize owner contribution as income, you overestimate your cash flow, you make bad investment decisions, and you create a false confidence. So do this instead. When you want to consider if this is an owner contribution or if it's income, think about where the money is coming from. If the money is coming from your tenant, then it's rental income and it will be placed on your profit and loss report. If you are putting money into the business, that is an owner contribution and that will appear on your balance sheet under equity. Reason number 4, ignoring maintenance trends. If you're ignoring maintenance trends, that means you just have allowed it to grow and get more expensive. Ignoring maintenance trends is not looking on your profit and loss every month to focus over your month-over-month expenses to see if they are increasing. That's like driving a car and ignoring the noise that you hear. Eventually, that noise is going to cause a bigger issue and it's going to be more expensive. And that's exactly what happens when you look at your profit and loss and one month it's 178, then it goes up to 220, then 340, then 38, then 800. You're checking your bank balance instead of questioning the increased trend. This destroys cash flow, create tenant dissatisfaction, increase vacancy turnovers, and its poor property performance. Here's the helpful tip. Start by looking at your profit and loss month over month and pay attention to your expenses. Either you shouldn't have maintenance expenses or they should be manageable and consistent. You want to catch the spikes early and you want to weekly categorize your transactions so that you can monitor your repairs month over month. And lastly, you want to make sure that you're planning for reserves. Reason 5, cash flow versus profit confusion. One of the fastest ways to scale into financial pressure is confusing cash flow with profit. Cash flow is money moving in and out of your bank account. Profit equals your rental income minus your expenses. That's like comparing your bank account to your paycheck. Your paychecks are going to have your taxes and your benefit deductions, and that's going to leave you with your net income. Your bank account is going to have your available balance in cash. And that's exactly what happens when a vacancy hits. Your bills continue, you still have to pay your mortgage, now you have cleaning fees, you have repairs. Your bank account is going to let you know how long you can survive without rental income. Your profit and loss report is going to give you those signs to prepare you that the vacancy is coming. When you confuse your cash flow with your profit, your portfolio becomes unstable. You have financial stress and you're leading with a false confidence. So do this instead. Start by learning which one to use. Your cash flow is going to tell you how long you can survive without rental income or without income. Your profit is going to tell you how you're performing month over month. If you're a real estate investor and your books are not fully on track, or you've tried to manage them yourself and it has become too complex, I invite you to reach out. I'll walk through your financials and provide a diagnostic so you can clearly see what's working, what's off, and how to get back in control.